Hey, good morning, everybody. I am 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist Rich Fields here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, giving you an update on the weather forecast for today. We've got some new developments in the tropics as well that we need to watch for. This one could be affecting the Gulf of Mexico, and we'll get that here in just a little bit. All right, let me get my graphics up and going for you, and we'll go through the particulars on the day today. All right, let's start with our live shots. I always like to look for the cloud cover in and around the Tampa Bay area and see what's building up. We're expecting the same sort of flow that we've had over the course of the last few days, where it's west to east, everything blowing from the Gulf of Mexico across the peninsula state of Florida. And that's what we expect today with regard to any kind of shower activity, although our chances of seeing any rain today are very low, especially for this time of the year, about a 30% chance. We did see some moisture off the coast of Pinellas County earlier this morning during the 6 o'clock hour, but it really turned out to be nothing. And now we're just waiting for the heating of the day to see what pops up for us a little bit later on. But let's page through some of our live shots, see what's going on. There's a shot of Clearwater Beach and Sand Key. That is from the WYNDHAM Grand Hotel in Clearwater Beach looking south. You can see some of the big clouds out there. Popping up in the Gulf. Again, that's where all the flow is coming from today. Let's check out the current temperature right now, 84 degrees on Clearwater Beach, feels like 88. Dew point, you know, we've had anywhere from 73 to about 76 degree dew points for a long time now, a couple of weeks. But if you notice today's dew point down to about 70 degrees, still sticky, but not quite as bad. Relative humidity now at 62%, and that feels like at 88 degrees, not too bad. Some headlines for you. So lower rain chances for today. Any afternoon thunderstorms are going to be inland, and more heat for the weekend. Yay. Yesterday we topped out at 87 at the airport. Second day in a row we were below 90 degrees. Don't get used to it, because as I mentioned, the heat's going to come right back for the weekend. There's current temperatures on the screen for you right now. Downtown Tampa at 87 degrees along with Carrollwood. We just mentioned Clearwater Beach at 84, St. Pete at 84 as well. Sarasota, Bradenton, you guys are 86, 87 degrees. Lakeland 86, 89 in Brooksville. Pardon me, it's Polk City now at 80 degrees as well. 24-hour temperature change. Look at Clearwater, up 4 degrees from 24 hours ago today, yesterday. Tampa up 3 degrees. Plant City up 4 degrees. So, but look at places like Sarasota up 9 degrees from this time yesterday. But we still expect to top out only in the low 90s. And here's the current winds right now. Everything is onshore. We call it onshore flow, and it's blowing from the Gulf of Mexico across the state. Just about everybody in single digits as far as winds are concerned. There's observed rainfall from yesterday. A couple of areas close to downtown, like Ruskin, saw 3 to 4 inches of rain in an hour. Sarasota, just over 1/10 of an inch. Yesterday, Venice, just over 1/10 of an inch. Look at South St. Pete, 1 3/4 inches yesterday. That's where everything was centered, really. South St. Petersburg through Manatee and Sarasota counties. Clearwater was working on about 1/4 of an inch yesterday. Today, not so much. There's the satellite and radar. You can see a little disturbance up there off the Panhandle. Not a big deal. That's not for us, at least. That's going to continue to trek out into the Gulf of Mexico. Some spotty showers down near the Fort Myers area. Let's go in a little closer on our service area, the greater Tampa Bay area. Yeah, just north of Port Charlotte, in the southern portions of Sarasota County, we're starting to see a little bit of moisture pooling there. Whether or not that's rain activity is another story. It looks like that little cell just outside of Arcadia, that could be producing something. I'm talking about this right there. At the end of the loop, right there, at the very end of the loop, just sort of the southeast of Arcadia at this hour. All right, so This was yesterday's map from the rainfall estimates. I was talking about Sun City and Ruskin getting that 3 to 4 inches of rain. This is the high-resolution futurecast. We're going to page through this and see what pops up for us with regard to shower activity. By 2 o'clock this afternoon, you can see a good swath of moisture moving into the area with the cloud cover. And even some poppy shower activity through Manatee County, just northeast of Bradenton, a fairly decent cell. Looks like it's going to pop up. Of course, I'm talking about this area right here. And then down toward Lake Placid, southwest of Lake Placid, southeast of Lake Placid, a couple of cells popping up. Pasco County, southeastern Pasco County, a little cell right there, and then a little something something offshore Sarasota right here. That could come in as well. So let's continue. This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's continue on. By about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity, especially with these cells are in and around the Lake Placid area, the Sebring area, Lake Wales, minor activity, Lakeland minor activity, everything else moving off to the east. The showers in Port Charlotte blow up into thunderstorms by 4 o'clock. Nearly 6 o'clock, those showers off Port Charlotte starting to dissipate. Everything else is moving off to the east after that. So again, our onshore flow is really taking over. By 9 p.m., cloudy skies, but that onshore flow continues. And then looking at tomorrow morning, really not a big deal. About 5:30 in the morning, just some spotty moisture through portions of Hillsborough County, both east and west of I-75. There's 7 o'clock in the morning, right at the border of Pinellas County and Hillsborough County in the northern sections of those two counties. Looks like a tiny little thunderstorm cell might pop up. And then 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, again, we're seeing shower and thunderstorm activity starting at the coast. This is all west of I-75. There's I-75 right there. So everything really starting to blow up west of 75. And then as we put it all into motion, we can see some of these cells getting bigger and a little more volatile. You see those purple colors in there. That could be a potentially good thunderstorm. Also, south St. Petersburg, right over Tampa Bay, right there. And all these will start propagating eastward throughout the day. There's 10:15 tomorrow morning. We still got some fairly decent looking moisture up in Citrus County, south of Crystal River, Hernando County, and then in South Hillsborough County, pushing into Manatee County as well. Again, this is 10:15 tomorrow morning. And then look at this. We got the heat of the day. We're talking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got some fairly good cells. This is tomorrow. Remember, today we're talking maybe a 30% chance of a scattered shower, but tomorrow, much better chances of rainfall, and Futurecast is really verifying that right now with really good cells there over portions of Hernando, Pasco, northern Hillsborough County. Again, most of this is west of I-75 right there. There's the I-75 corridor. And then we get down toward Bradenton and Sarasota, some spotty moisture there as well. Let's advance a little further. That's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now we're really starting to concentrate these cells together with the heating of the day. And it looks like we could have some fairly decent weather tomorrow here in Tampa, right over the city. So we're certainly going to keep an eye on that. There's 2:45 tomorrow afternoon. Things look like they might be breaking up a little bit. And by the time nightfall comes, all of that action ceases. I put forecast winds up there so you could see the flow of these winds today, tomorrow, actually the next few days. Everything is west to east, onshore flow. Thursday, onshore flow. Friday, onshore flow. A little more southwesterly, but still fairly decent onshore flow right on through the next couple of days. We are your hurricane headquarters here at 10 Tampa Bay, and we like to check the tropics periodically. Actually, we're looking at it every couple hours here in the Weather Center. But I just wanted to point out a couple of things we watch for, and that's tropical waves coming off of the western edge of Africa. And it looks like we've got some fairly decent tropical wave activity brewing off of Western Africa. And then we've got just outside of that, there's a tropical wave right there. There's two tiny ones right here. And then I want to take your attention over here, just off Panama. I pointed this out on the 6 o'clock yesterday, And by 8 o'clock or so, the National Weather Service deemed this particular area here an area of interest. This one right here off the coast, off of Panama, off the northern edge of Panama. And now they have classified it, certainly it's a tropical wave, it's disturbance number 1, but they're giving it a 20% chance of it developing into something tropical in the next 5 days. And the area of possible formation is up here in the Gulf of Mexico on the eastern side of Mexico proper. Here's Tampa, right here. And this is where this storm could possibly form into something that we would certainly watch. Not that it's going to retrograde or come back toward the Tampa area. It would most likely continue its trek up and across Mexico and possibly into Texas, which South Texas, by the way, just got hammered with a nearly tropical storm. As a matter of fact, it's still raining, very, very much so in South Texas right now through Corpus Christi and places like that. So this storm, this tropical wave here off Panama is going to make this trek, if it holds together, once it crosses San Salvador and Belize in the Yucatan Peninsula, if it holds together, this would be the area of possible formation right there shaded in yellow on your screen. And again, the prevailing winds and everything else seem that it would push it up into South Texas. That's days away, but we're certainly going to keep an eye on what's going on. Here's the next 12 hours in the Tampa Bay area. You see we're going to top out with a daytime high today. We're probably going to get to more like 91, 92. And I mentioned after a couple of days of being in upper 80-degree temperatures, and that was only because of the cloud cover, folks. We had so much cloud cover with the shower and thunderstorm activity that it just occluded the sun, and we were able to stay below 90 degrees. We were on track to break some crazy 90-degree plus records for the month, but the 287-degree temperatures that came in kind of killed that. Not that I'm complaining about it, though. Weekend weather. Everybody wants to know what the weekend's going to be, no matter what day it is. Mondays, folks want to know what the weekend's going to look like. Partly cloudy with thunderstorms, 93 for the daytime high on Saturday with a 40% chance of rain, 94 on Sunday with a 50% chance of rain. And again, inland areas will probably see the most with regard to thunderstorm activity. Here's expected rainfall next 5 days, 30% chance of rain today, and then we stick with a 50% chance of rain right on through Saturday and Sunday. All right, mariners, boaters, here you go, marine forecast for you. As I mentioned, we have a westerly flow or pseudo-westerly, west-southwesterly flow. Continues the next couple of days. It shifts up here and there, but onshore flow nonetheless. And so boaters, southwest winds today, 5 to 10 knots, seas less than a foot, bay and inland waters at a light chop. It's a great time to be out on the Gulf of Mexico or any of the bay and inland waters. Gulf temperature, 87 degrees, UV index at a solid 10. And then we'll take a look at the 7-day, and here you go. So for today, mostly sunny, some isolated thunderstorms, not a big chance, 30% chance of rain today, 92 for the daytime high. Our rain chances get a lot better tomorrow at a 50% chance of rain, and we looked at Futurecast, and you could see some of the shower activity that's going to pop up here along the coast and even bubble up and grow into maybe some possibly severe thunderstorm cells. This is all tomorrow. And we will stay low to mid 90s right on through the next 7-day period, and about a 50% chance of rain is going to hang on too. This is after tomorrow, or excuse me, after today. A good 50% chance of rain looks like it's going to hang with us for the next couple of days. So I'll leave you on that 7-day forecast while I take a look at who's chiming in here. Wow, lots of people watching. Getting bigger and bigger every day. We do this every single day at 11 a.m. here on the 10 Tampa Bay Facebook page and on the 10 Tampa Bay YouTube page. A lot of folks chiming in that they're watching. Thank you so much. Lisa Nicole, Bernice Slider, Stephen Mazak, just so many folks. I'm not going to be able to mention them all. Darlene Frashika, Sorry about that. I know I probably butchered your name there, Darlene. Tina Bartels. No particular weather questions for me, it doesn't look like, at least, so I will leave you on that thought. Our next forecast comes up on the noon news today, right here on 10 Tampa Bay. Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskin will be on with you, and he will update you on certainly what's going on in the tropics with regard to that disturbance off Panama, and we will go from there. In the meantime, we'll see you on TV.